Is it panic time for whoever loses this game?
Absolutely not when it comes to making the playoffs. When it comes to winning a championship, if I were the Ravens, I would already be a little panicked. And if I lose this game, I'd be legit panicked. But first, hold on. I mean, we have to give this its just due. It is first things first, Bowl 3. We have to have that just to remind the audience at all times we're discussing this game.
Just great photo.
I mean, it is great. So here, listen. Both of these teams are 1-2. And I know people get tired of hearing me say this, but it is the truth. One of them has been to 7 straight AFC title games, 5 of the last 6 Super Bowls, won 3 of the last 6, and been to 3 in a row. The other one, in that same time frame, has been to 0 Super Bowls, won 0 Super Bowls, and been to 1 conference title game. One of these teams is known to, every year, play its best in the playoffs, and whose quarterback is known as a historic playoff riser, and the other team is known, unfortunately, as quite the opposite.
Right.
I will then add one other piece as to why I'm already semi-panicked about the Ravens as far as winning a Super Bowl. The Chiefs' issues are on offense. Mahomes has the ability to help that himself. The Ravens' issues are on defense. Lamar is on the bench.
Right.
And so I would just rather my weakness be where my best player is. And I would add, right now through 3 weeks, when I think the competition is actually quite similar. They both lost to 2 really good teams and both, beaten a really bad team, is the way I look at it personally. I think the Ravens' defensive issues, if we show the numbers, are a little deeper. The Chiefs' offense has been, sorry, Hubs, mid.
Yeah.
But mid. But it hasn't been awful.
Hasn't been the worst in the league.
Right. So that, you know what I mean? So it's bad because Mahomes is on there. You're like, why would you be mid? But the Chiefs' offense thus far this year has been like a C-. And the Ravens' defense thus far this year has been an F. So for all those reasons, I think the Ravens are in, oddly, need this game far more than Kansas City does.
They need it mentally to get over that hump of beating. And
beating the Chiefs in
general. I said this
general.
before last night. If you, especially if they had won that game. I mean, if they had won last night and then you go and lose to Kansas City, you're like, if we can't beat the Chiefs when they look down like this, and we're rolling, again, if they had won last night, when are we going to beat them? So they need to beat them for definitely mentally. But for the division, I agree with everything you said about the playoffs. They're both going to be there at the end and contending. But for the division, the Chiefs fall into 1-3 with the way the Chargers are playing.
For sure.
I think for them, it would be like, okay, they're probably not winning the division. Right. Whereas if the Ravens fall to 1-3, Cincinnati obviously no Joe Burrow. Cleveland's just bad. And Pittsburgh, now the Ravens may have to sweep their division, which will be tough no matter how bad the teams are because it's the AFC North. And so, but I think for the division, the Chiefs need it more to try to win their division. But I agree, mentally, it's more important to the Ravens, even with the Chiefs struggling like they are.
I think if what you say is true, and it's statistically true that the Ravens' defense is getting gashed, I hope that Mahomes is able to do the same thing that Jared Goff, or something similar to what
Jared
we saw.
Goff,
I don't think they're going to put up. They're not going to put up.
So what, are they just going to put up 22? Because 22 is not going to get
look
done.
at the Cowboys put up 40 on the Giants, and
that's what I'm saying. We might see like a
Chiefs put up 22.
Chiefs offense here. It's like, all right.
Well,
inept against the Giants, inept against the Ravens.
Can they keep up? Well, how will they defend the Ravens?
Well, that's the thing is, I don't think Baltimore's scoring 40. And
40, no.
and so it's football's so weird is the wrong word, but it felt yesterday like Ravens offense. Let's just take out the garbage time touchdown. You know what I mean? It felt like they were moving the ball, the offense was good, and they had just made the story wasn't that the Ravens offense yesterday was bad, it was that they couldn't get any stops. And they had 24 points. With the game, you know what I mean? With the game feel, if they had ended on 24, and it's just the Chiefs ended the other game on 22, and the offense felt off.
Yeah.
And so it's just there's that piece of it.
They have first and goal from Detroit's 3.
Yep,
With
and
Derrick
came away
Henry
with
and
0.
Lamar and couldn't push it in.
And then
so that's something they got to clean up.
And the next
obviously.
drive, when they had a goal line opportunity, they ended up scoring anyway. They decided to have Derrick Henry throw a pass. It was a weird game.
I like that Lamar was mad at Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Well,
Derrick
I think
Henry.
because
What do you want me to do?
Lamar was wide.
Lamar
I
was
get it.
open.
I'm Derrick Henry.
I'm not calling
What do you
that
want? Like,
play.
Lamar's like, hey.
I'm not calling that play. I mean, I'm not. He almost threw a freaking pick.
No, but I understand what you're saying. That but my only pushback would be, Goff was really good when they asked him to yesterday. The story of that game was the Ravens getting run on. You know what I mean? Almost to a historical level. I know the Chiefs don't have the ability to do that. Like, that's the concern for Kansas City is right now it looks like the Ravens' run defense is a huge liability. And is that right now is the Chiefs running back room the biggest weakness on the team? Like, that part is a concern for that game, to be fair.
Coming up next, do the Eagles need to rely more on Jalen Hurts? And we're going to discuss Jackson Dart as the new starter in New York when First Things First on Fox Sports 1 and the Fox Sports Channel Sirius XM.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts